Yeah, good morning, friends. Welcome to my channel. I am Dr. Sunil Kumar M. Hosmani, Assistant Professor of Mathematics at Rani Chennamma University, Belgavi. So today we shall discuss on bounds for domination number of a graph. So before this, we need to recall the definitions for dominating set, minimal dominating set, domination number, and open neighborhood of a vertex. So dominating set means in any graph G, we need to select the minimum number of vertices which cover the remaining vertices of a graph. And minimal dominating set means a set D is said to be minimal dominating set if there is no proper subset which is again a dominating set. And domination number is the minimum cardinality among all minimal dominating sets. And open neighborhood of a vertex is the collection of vertices which are adjacent to that particular vertex. So with this background, so we shall discuss on bounds for domination number. So before that, we have some observations. My first observation is that every vertex in a graph G, say let V be any vertex, that vertex dominates its neighborhood vertices in G. Means in any graph G, every vertex dominates at most itself and its open neighborhood. And second observation is that cardinality of open neighborhood of every vertex is always less than or equal to maximum degree of a graph G. And third observation is that let V be any vertex in G, then vertex set of G minus open neighborhood of V is a dominating set. So let us illustrate all these definitions by taking some example. So consider a graph G. So this graph containing 6 vertices V1 to V6. Okay. So clearly open neighborhood of vertex V1 is V2 because V1 is adjacent to only one vertex, and open neighborhood of V6 is V3, open neighborhood of V5 is V4, open neighborhood of V2 is V1, V4 and V3. Therefore open neighborhood of V2 is V1, V3 and V4, and open neighborhood of V3 is V2, V4 and V6. So these are the open neighborhood of every vertex of this graph. Further, you can see that degree of every vertex here. Degree of V1 is 1 because there exists only one edge which is incident to V1. So degree of V2 is 3 because V2 is incident by 3 edges. So degree of V4 is also 3, degree of V3 is 3, and degree of V6 is 1, and degree of V5 is 1. Therefore, maximum degree of this graph is 3 here. So which is denoted by capital delta of G. So further, if I take complement of this set with vertex set, that is vertex set of G minus open neighborhood of V2. So which gives us V2, V5, V6. So similarly, vertex set of G minus open neighborhood of V3 gives us V1, V3, V5, and here we will get V1, V4 and V6. Okay. Now look at the observation 1 here. Every vertex dominates its open neighborhood. You can see that V1 will cover only one vertex here. So domination means it's a vertex to vertex cover here. So V1 covers only one vertex and open neighborhood of V1 is 1 here. Therefore V1 dominates only one vertex which is present in its open neighborhood, and V2 dominates V1, V4, V3 means V2 covers V1, V4 and V3. Therefore V2 dominates 3 vertices which are present in its open neighborhood. So this is meaning of my first observation. And second observation is that cardinality of open neighborhood is always less than or equal to maximum degree. So here cardinality of open neighborhood of V2 is 3 here, and maximum degree of this graph is 3. Therefore here in this case it is equal. Suppose if I select a vertex V1, open neighborhood of V1 is V2 here, and cardinality of open neighborhood of V1 is 1 and maximum degree is 3 here. Therefore in this case cardinality of open neighborhood of V1 is strictly less than maximum degree of this graph. Okay. So this is meaning of second observation. And third one, let V be any vertex in G, then V of G minus its open neighborhood of V is a dominating set. So here V of G minus N of V2 gives us V2, V5, V6 here. V2, V5 and V6. You can see that V2 covers V1, V4 and V3, and V5 covers V4 and V6 covers V3. Therefore, every vertex in its complement is connected by at least one vertex of this set. Therefore, this is a dominating set. Means complement of open neighborhood of every vertex is always a dominating set. So this is meaning of third observation. So we shall use all these observation in proving our bounds. Okay. So with this background, so let us look at the first bound for domination number. And this bound is due to a famous graph theorist called Orr. He says that if G is a connected graph of order at least 2, then domination number is always less than or equal to n by 2. Here n denotes the number of vertices in a given graph. You carefully see here, G must be a connected graph here. So if G is connected, then this bound is holds good here. So look at the proof. Let S be a minimal dominating set. As G is connected and number of vertices is greater than or equal to 2, further G has no isolated vertices, then you need to recall the theorem which I have discussed in my previous lecture, that is, let G be a graph having no isolated vertices. If S is a minimal dominating set, then V minus S is a dominating set. Therefore, domination number is always less than or equal to minimum among S and V minus S. So which is always less than or equal to n by 2. So here, proof is very simple. First, you have to select some minimal dominating set. You have to select any minimal dominating set. Further, uh, according to hypothesis of the theorem, G is connected and without isolated vertices. Okay. Here I am selecting a minimal dominating set since G is connected and containing no isolated vertices. Further, by using this theorem, domination number is always less than or equal to cardinality of S and or cardinality of V minus S, whichever is minimum here. Okay. And this cardinality is always less than or equal to number order of a given graph G divided by 2 here. So this is first bond. And second bond is due to Walika, Acharya and Sampath Kumar. So second bond says that for any graph G, ceiling function n upon 1 plus delta of G is always less than or equal to domination number. Means for any graph G, number of n means number of vertices and delta of G means maximum degree. So n upon 1 plus delta of maximum degree is always less than or equal to domination number of G. Now look at the proof of this theorem. So first here you have to select a minimal dominating set or any dominating set. Let S be a dominating set. Okay. Then by observation 1, my observation 1 says that every vertex is dominate at most itself and its neighborhood. Okay. So meaning of this is every vertex dominates at most itself and its neighborhood, means every vertex dominates it in its closed neighborhood. Okay. Further, cardinality of closed neighborhood is always less than or equal to maximum degree. Okay. So using these two facts, and one more thing is that therefore to cover every vertex in a given graph G, we need at least this number, at least n upon 1 plus delta of G number of closed neighborhoods. Okay. Means to cover every vertex of a graph G, we need at least this number of vertices, so which are closed neighborhoods. Okay. Hence, domination number of G is always greater than or equal to n upon 1 plus delta of G. Here they have used ceiling function because domination number is always an integer. Okay. So ceiling function means, for example, if I take a value of 2.1, ceiling function of 2.1 will be equal to 3 here. So similarly, if I use a floor function, so floor function of 2.9 will be 2 here, because ceiling function means we have to look at the immediate integer. Okay. 2.1 is a decimal and next integer will be 3 here. That is what ceiling function. And third theorem is due to Sieber, and this is an upper bound for domination number. So again here, for any graph G, domination number is always less than or equal to number of vertices minus maximum degree. So here, look at the proof. Again you have to select a dominating set. Let us be a dominating set. Again by observation 3. My observation 3 says that for any vertex in a graph G, V of G minus open neighborhood of V is a dominating set. So which implies domination number is always less than or equal to this quantity, cardinality of vertex set of G minus cardinality of open neighborhood of V. Okay, if I simplify this, I will get this cardinality of V minus cardinality of open neighborhood of V. And further, cardinality of V means I am replacing V by N here. Cardinality of V is N, and cardinality of open neighborhood. You just look at the observation 2. Cardinality of open neighborhood is always less than or equal to maximum degree. Therefore, by using that condition, I'll get that domination number is always less than or equal to N minus delta of G. So if you have any doubts, please leave your comments in the below comment box. So in my next lecture, we shall discuss some more bonds for domination number. Thank you.